When we're working with parts of us that are angry, we have to work with the part that's angry and the reason why it's angry first before we can go underneath it and look at what the part is that it's trying to protect. That's what we mean by the anger being a secondary emotion, or further down the line, wherever it is in the process, is that it's a protection mechanism for something else underneath. And in my opinion, anger can become an addictive process because there's a sense of control that comes from it. When that part of us gets angry, trying to control what's happening out there with other people, it gives us this feeling like, yeah, I've got this under control for a split second. And after that split second has passed, we often fall into feelings of guilt and shame because being angry and lashing out at people does not help us to live the life we want to live, be the person we want to be, according to our true, authentic values and beliefs. So, I mean, that's a whole other conversation that we can have about anger being an addictive process. But working with parts of us that are angry is we have to work with the anger first instead of just going, okay, anger is a secondary emotion, what's underneath it? No. Anger, yeah, okay, anger is a secondary emotion, but we need to spend some time with the part of us that's angry to build trust so that we can start working with what it is that it's protecting. You know what I mean?
I do. And in this process, I find that there's a lot of slipping and falling. It's like I get a little bit and then I feel like I've gone 2 steps back. And it's easier to recognize those failures than it is to recognize the positive events, as we say, right?
Yeah.
My question is, how do I make sure that I'm not just recognizing the positive events, but doing it in an effective way when it comes to reporting my system?
Yeah, so emotion regulation, DBT skill, paying attention to positive events, is a skill that needs to be used or is effective when it's used in multiple different ways. First of all, most of us struggle with the problem with instant gratification, seeking that external reward all the time to build motivation for us to do things. In the short term can be incredibly effective, but that's also where addictive, obsessive, and compulsive behavior patterns come from, that problem with instant gratification. So we need to learn how to build internal motivation, and paying attention to positive events is how we do this. And it's a mindfulness exercise. It's about taking a time out from the day and sitting with the things that we've done throughout the day that have helped us to live the life we want to live and be the person we want to be in the areas of life that are important to us according to our true, authentic values and beliefs, right? We pay attention to those. We acknowledge that they're there, and we bring gratitude and appreciation to the parts of our personality that helped us to achieve those things. Okay, that's just a general practice that we want to start to build into our structured lifestyle. Every day, just checking in with things that we've done that have been effective and adaptive for us to live the life we want to live, and bringing appreciation and gratitude to the parts of our personality that helped us to do that. This builds internal motivation. There's a ton of research out there that tells us that. Also, paying attention to positive events is what we want to do to acknowledge parts when we've taken an opposite action. So, if we've taken an opposite action in the day and it took us in a different direction and we recognize that we did that, we want to really pay attention to the positive events that happen there and bring appreciation and gratitude to the action that was taken. So earlier when we were talking about validating the why and not the what, that's if we're working with a part of our personality that has an emotional experience, because the emotion is always valid, but the action that we're taking doesn't line up with living the life we want to live. So we validate the emotion, not the action that we're taking. When we're paying attention to positive events, we're not only validating the emotional experience, we're also validating the action that was taken, because that's going to build motivation for that part to do it again. So paying attention to positive events is all about recognizing parts of our personality that have taken the actions that help us to live the life we want to live and be the person we want to be, and bringing appreciation and gratitude to them in a mindfulness exercise.
The clip you just watched was taken from the upcoming podcast, A Conversation for Liberation. If you like the content of this clip, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and turn on the notifications so you can stay up to date with when each full episode gets released. As always, if you want to know more about what we do at the Liberation Place, come join the live online meetings that I facilitate each week for free on Zoom. I'll leave a link to the page containing more information about these groups in the description below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, be safe, and be well.